Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders who are preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to y'all Akim out there. And this is a news article from CNBC.com. This was recently, as of January 18th, 2023, 4:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was updated. And this was published by Tanya Mitchell and Sarah Mim of this news article from CNBC.com. And it reads, the S&P 500 posts the worst day more than a month, and the Dow Jones closes negative 600 points lower. Right, because I remember yesterday I tried to upload a video, but because I believe that, because I did a video yesterday in regards to the, stock, the New York Stock Exchange of the Dow Jones was down, I believe, like 100 something points. And the S&P 500, they was up as well too. Now, right, because I was trying to upload that lesson, but my phone was had cut off because I believe it was on 1%. So you had, the Dow Jones was down yesterday. Now it's down again today, which is another day, which is today, Now you have right here the S&P 500 had a good solid gain yesterday. Now it's down today. As an S&P 500 posts its worst day in a month than posts the worst day more than a month. The Dow Jones closes negative 600 points lower, and it says the Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled more than negative 600 points on Wednesday as investors took profits on some of the strong January gains as a disappointing December retail sales and reading raised concerns about a recession. Share a bank led the losses. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell negative 613.89 points, or 1.81%, to 33,296.96 points, and the S&P 500 lost 1.56% points as it had a good solid gain yesterday. Now, a day later, it had a major loss. And they said, according to this report, the S&P 500 posted its worst month, more than a whole month, And I believe that was in the month of December of last year. And I'm going to read it again. The S&P 500 lost 1.56 points to close at 3,928.86 points. It's the lowest since December 1st. The NASDAQ composite slid 1.24% to end the day at 10,957 and 0.1 points, snapping a 7-day winning streak. And it says, we have had such a strong start to the year, right, because it lasted for about 2 weeks in a year of January, of the first 2 weeks of January of 2023. It says, but now we are in an intense earnings season. Recently got weaker data. Retail sales in yesterday's Empire State Manufacturing Survey plus the federal meeting on February 1st is looming large, says Young Ma, a chief investment strategist for BOM Wealth Management. There's not a whole lot of reasons to get aggressive here, but all of those factors above suggest the caution is warranted in the near term. And this is a data of the Dow Jones Industrial Average as of today, last updated at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 33,296.96 points, and it fell negative 613.89 points and negative 181%. And it says, Slovakia. And it says J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo fell as a 10-year U.S. Treasury yield slid to its lowest since September. Shares of regional banks like Zions and Fifth Third post the biggest losses. Elsewhere, it says, right, because I did a lesson on this earlier, a couple of hours ago, about the layoffs that's in the near future of Amazon and Microsoft. And it says elsewhere, Microsoft announced plans to lay off about 10,000 employees, which hurt investors' sentiment. The stock fell, contributing to the Dow's decline. Right, because as I mentioned before, I've been covering these lessons of what the stocks and bonds of what what the stocks and bonds react to the markets react to what's going on financially, globally, data statistically, and what's going on with the jobs reports and stuff like that. And then the big reason why the a reason why the stocks has failed today, and there was another reason of the hearing of the news that came out as of today of the in the near future of Microsoft laying off 10,000 people, and Amazon in the future to come laying off 18,000 people. From Amazon.
You still got 24 cents on your
Chime 20 cents. Let me check and see. Slovakia for a minute. No, just only 49 cents in food stamps. Just the 49 cents of food stamps. No food stamps. Not the food stamps. No. The only change I got is that 20 cents on my Chime card. Oh. Yeah. Slovakia. Please forgive me, Slovakia, for that. I was talking to my brother about something. I know that was personal business, but yeah, back to the news article at hand of the sit-down lesson. It says elsewhere, Microsoft announced plans to lay off about 10,000 employees, which hurt investors' sentiment. The stock fell, contributing to the Dow's decline. In the economic data, investors digest the latest retail sales numbers, which showed a drop of 1.1 in December, slightly more than the 1% forecast. The report suggests consumers are slowing their spending, with department stores reporting at a 6.6 decline and online sales dropping 1.1%. Investors also waiting the latest reading on the producer price index, which measures imports the cost from companies. The PPI shows the 0.5 decline for December, and economists surveyed by the Dow Jones expected a 0.1 decline. And investors have been enjoying a strong upward momentum for stocks since the start of the year, although many have begun to doubt the market strength. even before Wednesday slide, the Dow Jones is still higher by 0.45% for the month, while the S&P 500 and Nasdaq are still up by 2.33% and 4.69 respectively. So yeah, as I read the article right there, as you seen it about, the S&P 500 posts the worst day more than a month as the Dow Jones closes 600 points lower, and I believe that's 613 points lower, and that's to 33,000 in that range. Yeah, 33,296, and the S&P 500 303,928, and the Nasdaq Composite 10,957, snapping their 7-day winning streak, which is of this year in the first 2 weeks or the first week of 2023. Because as I mentioned before, I stated and mentioned before, the markets react to what's going on financially, economically, globally, data statistic, or what the Federal Reserves, what the announcement is going to be made from them, or announcements from these jobs and companies and these businesses or CEOs that these companies that are invested in these stocks and bonds. And once they hit it, once the stocks hear that and reacts to that, either the market's gonna enter a positive gain or a negative gain. So after hearing that from Microsoft and Amazon about the in the near future of the job laying off from both of those companies, so that's what the stocks react to that. So it reacts into a negative range. So that kind of affect the markets as of today, and it ending the 7-day winning streak. And the S&P 500 is its worst day within a whole month as of December 1st of last year, Yep. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. This news article that I just brought out as of January 18, 2023 on this Wednesday. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Karkadash. Double honors to the elders, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered in 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.